What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Apparently Inferno bears down on Reno, Nevada, displacing thousands.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us on this Sunday. Tonight, thousands of people have been evacuated in Reno, Nevada, as a fast-moving wildfire closes in on the city. The so-called hawk fire has grown to 13,000 acres and threatens hundreds of homes.
That's insane.
It exploded in size overnight and is 0% contained. Officials say 1,000 people are battling the flames, and they're preparing for a round-the-clock fight. They also say the wildfire was
Somebody's house just right, like literally above it. Before I even watched this, any of these videos, I was reacting earlier, but I had my camera angle not good, so I had to redo this. But I was praying for Reno before I even like recorded, because I heard about this. I happened to see it like in my feed, and then I was going to react to it. But before I reacted to it, I wanted to pray. And so I prayed for Nevada. I heard that there's going to be an investigation over this, on how, this happened. But from the clips I was seeing before recording this second, time, reacting, I didn't react to this specific video. It was like a 9-minute video, and a guy was driving, and he was just showing the craziness of the fire, and just it's wild.
Oh, look, there's a fire right there.
Holy shit! That shit's coming towards us fast.
It looks, and it reminded me of like how Cali was, like how bad it was in California. If y'all don't remember, I think in 2025 there was like a horrific fire with Cali. And then I think not too long ago with Hawaii, hopefully, and I'm sorry I said twice, and I'm just saying, I'm hoping this ain't going to get too crazy, and prayer is powerful. Make sure you pray. I keep saying, make sure you pray, because prayer works if you put your faith in Jesus. Like, Jesus can stop anything and calm down anything, just like he calms down the storms when you go through storms and you go through trials and tribulations. But yeah, pray for Reno, Nevada. Oh, it was Indiana that I also prayed about. I heard there was 90,000 people without power a few days ago, and that blew my mind. There was a guy that made a TikTok video, and he was trying to pray for them and telling, I think, people to put their faith in Jesus, but like his TikTok video was taken down, and he made a video about that. So a lot of craziness goes on in this world. Unpredictable moments happen in life, but God tells us about how things will get worse in times, and things get chaotic and crazy, or already are crazy, because the world is evil. But if you put your faith in Jesus, he can give you that strength and that endurance, because endure to the end, till the end, and you will be saved. And that's putting your faith in him. It's believing on the blood that makes you saved, and letting him carry you through this life, through these challenges, through these trials. And he does, and everybody needs that strength, especially when you don't expect things like this to happen. So I encourage prayer, and I encourage people to check on their loved ones, tell them they love them, all those good things. And if anybody is sad because of this situation, I would encourage getting in your word. When you get in your word, you're able to feel that presence, and Jesus comforts you. He really is a loving father, and we need that in this world that's just so freaking dark. And when you're so hurt inside, you need somebody who can take that hurt and help you move and function, in hard, unexpected situations, which he does. But yeah, let's get into this video.
Was human caused. 200 new fires erupted nationwide this weekend, including 5 new large fires. CBS's Jonathan Bigliotti in Los Angeles is tracking it all for us and leads us off. Jonathan.
And Jerika, the heat and the drought have fueled a number of wildfires across the West. The one of biggest concern right now is in Nevada. It's known as the Hawk Fire. It exploded overnight. It is threatening a number of communities near Reno at this hour, and crews on the scene desperately trying to fight back and gain containment.
Oh, wow, there's houses right here.
An inferno bearing down on Reno.
They're trying to evacuate, but all the roads are blocked.
The Hawk Fire barreling through dry brush toward neighborhoods.
I don't know how you stop that fire, but putting only your faith in God. You know what I mean? Because you see all the time when they have the helicopters and they're having the water pour down on the fire, and it just keeps going on and on and on and stretching and stretching. Like, this is a lot of fire. This is a huge fire.
Displacing 42,000 people. At their heels, another 45,000 people under prepared to evacuate status.
People out of their vehicle, or, it's a traffic jam, and people are in their vehicles, and it's not looking good.
It started Saturday, just 30 acres. 24 hours later, strong winds had
30 acres. Is that for real? I thought they said 13,000 earlier.
Started Saturday, just 30 acres.
That's crazy.
Strong winds had pushed it past 13,000. Roughly 1,000 structures are threatened. Highways closed, power.
Man, look at that. I mean, if it just stretches, all them houses right there are gonna be inflamed. Man, that's crazy.
Highways closed, power cut, and Nevada's governor declaring a state of emergency as fire officials see no reprieve in the near future.
Our weather conditions continue to be challenging, hot, dry, windy, and no end in sight anytime soon.
In Washington state, another fire exploded Saturday.
And somebody's farmland, bruh. Like, man, that's awful. It's awful how these things happen. You know,
the coal wash growing from a few dozen acres to roughly 8,000 in hours, forcing go now evacuations. Nationwide, it's been a weekend of extremes.
Oh my God, it is spinning around.
In the Northeast,
they got a tornado too on top of it.
It's been a weekend of extremes.
Oh my God, it is spinning around.
In the Northeast, several communities recovering from a spate of tornadoes. In Orlando, Florida, visitors to Disney.
Oh, this is other locations.
Battered.
Wow, so there's also been massive tornado storms in Florida. And then, as I was saying earlier, in Indiana, there was 90,000 people without power.
By wind and rain. And in Gary, Indiana, thousands still without power 12 days after storms flooded communities.
Oh, wow. Almost 2 weeks now without power. Dude.
Out west, the lack of water is breaking records as another week of extreme heat hangs over the region.
In Phoenix, Arizona, temperatures could reach 110 degrees for much of the week. And here in Southern California, where we are this evening, temperatures will near triple digits, Jerika.
Yeah, very hot. Jonathan, with an historic drought in the West and the country's largest reservoirs at record lows, what's next for states that depend on this water?
Yeah, Draco, you're talking about Lake Mead and Lake Powell. Both are fed by the Colorado River, which is currently being impacted by climate change and overuse. The federal government now working in an agreement with multiple states out west. Some will be impacted, having to reduce their water usage from the river by as much as 30%. It is a temporary fix, not a permanent solution, Jerika.
Definitely temporary. Jonathan Vigliotti, thank you so much. Extreme drought, dangerous heat. The question is relief on the way? Let's check in with CBS meteorologist Bill Kelly in Philadelphia for the answer. Bill.
Well, good evening, Jerika. Good evening, everybody. Unfortunately, the answer to that question is no. I want you to check.
Oh, man. I just happened to look on the other side of this, like, I don't know if y'all see it, but I have other videos over here, and it's talking about Memphis city officials, MLGW provide update on outages after severe storms. Man, dude, it's getting wild across the globe.
MPD currently has no high priority calls pending and no storm-related emergencies. Most of the storm-related calls have involved power outages at intersections and road obstructions. MPD has mobilized our police service technicians, those are our PSTs, to help with traffic at the impacted intersections. They're also maintaining patrol visibility at the community centers that are open for our residents that are without power at this time. We're going to continue monitoring conditions across the city as these recovery efforts continue.
This out. This is our drought monitor, and 70% of the West is under at least a severe, extreme, or exceptional drought, and I just don't see any change to that. In fact, it's the opposite. Heat advisories are out for basically all of Texas and the Deep South, but extreme heat warnings as well, including the Southwest, where, get this, extreme heat warning, not just for today or tomorrow, all the way until Saturday. The heat is going to be extreme. Forecasting 116 by Wednesday. The hottest it's ever been in August in Phoenix is 118. The good news is the feels like temperature slightly less than the actual air temperature. Over in Dallas, feeling like 111 tomorrow. The high temperature forecast 107. Tropical storm Moki remaining south of the islands, which is great. Of course, Lala's path was very close, but there will be some dangerous surf in the coming days on the south side of the islands. Jerika?
Bill Kelly, thanks so much.
Sorry, y'all, for the ad. Let's get out of here. Okay, it ended anyways. Yeah. Pray for America. Pray in general. Prayer is just always the answer. You know what I mean? And the Lord has the power to stop anything because he's in control of everything. So, knowing it's getting wild in the world, if you don't know Jesus, get to know him. You need him. You definitely need him. Because when stuff like this happens, you're going to feel overwhelmed. And he's the calmness in the storm. So, let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I hope you guys are staying safe out there if you're out there. And y'all have a blessed night.